There's a sentence your mind repeats to you. You don't hear it as words. You feel it as certainty. It tells you, tomorrow you'll feel ready. Tomorrow you'll have more energy. Tomorrow you'll finally start. But tomorrow arrives, and it feels exactly like today. Because the lie was never about tomorrow. It was about you believing your future self is someone else. You've felt this before. Late at night, you plan a version of yourself, disciplined, calm, unshaken. That version wakes up early. That version doesn't procrastinate. That version isn't tired, doesn't scroll, doesn't hesitate. Then morning comes, and the person who shows up is just you. Still tired, still human, still carrying yesterday's weight. Psychologists call this the planning fallacy, but it runs deeper than simply misjudging time. Researcher Hal Hershfield has shown that we often treat our future self as a stranger. Brain scans reveal something fascinating. When you imagine yourself today, regions linked to identity become active. But when you imagine your future self, those same regions often become much quieter. Your brain processes future you almost as if it were another person. That's the lie. Not that change is impossible, but that change is someone else's job. This doesn't mean you're lazy. It doesn't mean you lack willpower. It means your brain evolved to prioritize the immediate, tangible self, the one facing hunger, danger, deadlines, and discomfort right now. Delegating difficult tasks to future you isn't a character flaw. It's an ancient cognitive shortcut built for survival, not for modern goals, calendars, and self-improvement. You are not broken. You're running ancient software in a modern world. Here's another way to understand it. Imagine your mind is a relay race. Today's you is the runner holding the baton. Future you is the next runner, waiting somewhere ahead, distant, blurred by the fog. The problem is that your brain doesn't truly feel the baton pass. It assumes the next runner will be faster, stronger, more disciplined, more willing. Psychologists call this temporal discounting. Your brain naturally gives less emotional weight to things that happen later. A reward today feels real. A reward tomorrow feels abstract. So the lie repeats itself, quietly, every single day. Because the runner in the fog never has to prove anything until the baton finally reaches them. So what can you do? First, meet your future self. The more vividly you imagine who you'll become, the more connected you feel to that person. Make the stranger familiar. Second, shrink the timeline. Instead of thinking about future me, think about me 10 minutes from now. The closer the future feels, the more responsibility your brain is willing to accept. Third, attach action to identity, not motivation. Instead of saying, "I'll start when I feel ready," say, "I am someone who starts." Identity stays, motivation comes and goes. Fourth, remove the decision, not the discipline. Lay out the shoes, open the document, prepare the workspace. Reduce the distance between intention and action. Finally, forgive the runner behind you. Some days, yesterday's version of you didn't deliver. That isn't proof you'll always fail. It's simply another handoff. The baton is still moving. Picture your life not as one long road, but as a relay, handoff after handoff, self after self. The lie says someone else will run this part. The truth says there is no one else. There has only ever been you, arriving slightly changed again and again. When you stop waiting for a better runner, you begin to realize you were always the one carrying the baton. You don't need to become someone new tomorrow. You only need to hand the baton a little more gently to the version of you waiting 10 minutes from now. Still learning, still growing, still trying to trust the person who came before. The lie will return tomorrow, maybe a little quieter, but this time you'll recognize it. And once you recognize a lie, it becomes much harder to believe.